Let's go Chiefs! Breaking news! The Kansas City Chiefs may be making a move that will shake up the entire league. A top-tier wide receiver, a rising star in the NFL, could be within reach for Patrick Mahomes and company. And if this deal goes through, it could be the missing piece that transforms this offense into an unstoppable force. Let's dive into this and other must-read updates. But first, leave a like and comment like let's go Chiefs. Let's go to another Super Bowl. Let's get right to it. The big guy we're talking about is Chris Olave, the young and dynamic receiver for the New Orleans Saints. A first-round talent with elite speed, precise route running, and the ability to stretch the field, exactly what this Chiefs offense needs. But what would it take to actually make this trade happen? According to sources, Saints general manager Mickey Loomis isn't going to give Olave away for nothing. The asking price is reportedly somewhere between a second and third-round pick. For a player of Olave's caliber, that's a price worth paying. Think about it. If Olave were in this year's draft, he'd still be a first-round pick. Getting him for a second-rounder would be an absolute steal. There's another factor at play here, the Saints' current situation. New Orleans has some serious salary cap issues, and moving Olave could help them create flexibility for the future. That makes this deal even more realistic. If Kansas City is willing to meet their asking price, a trade could absolutely happen. And Chiefs Kingdom, let's be honest, this team has to make a move at wide receiver. The days of Tyreek Hill torching defenses are long gone. The Chiefs experimented with several young receivers last season, and while Rashee Rice emerged as a legitimate weapon, there wasn't enough consistency from the rest of the group. Bringing in a player like Olave wouldn't just improve the offense, it would give Mahomes a true WR1 to work with, something he hasn't had since Hill left. Of course, there's always a risk with trades. Injuries happen. Chemistry isn't always instant. And there's the question of how much Kansas City is willing to invest long-term in Olave. But given his talent, his age, and his contract situation, this feels like a rare opportunity for the Chiefs to make a move that immediately upgrades the offense without mortgaging the future. Now, here's where you come in, Chiefs Kingdom. Do you want to see the team trade for Chris Olave? Would you give up a second-round pick to land a proven, young, dynamic receiver? Or do you think the Chiefs should look elsewhere? Type T for trade or P for pass in the comments. Let's hear what you think. And here's where things get even more interesting, Chiefs Kingdom. If Kansas City does pull the trigger on a trade for Chris Olave, what does that mean for the rest of the roster? Could this signal a shift in the team's offensive philosophy? Because let's be real, this wouldn't just be a simple depth move. This would be a game-changing addition, one that could redefine how the Chiefs attack defenses in 2025. Think about it, over the last couple of seasons, Patrick Mahomes has been forced to operate with a much more methodical, controlled style of play. Gone are the days of constant deep bombs to Tyreek Hill. Instead, we've seen Mahomes take what the defense gives him, relying on short and intermediate routes to move the chains. It worked well enough to secure another Super Bowl, but let's not pretend it wasn't a struggle at times. The offense was inconsistent. Drops were a problem. And without a true speedster to threaten defenses deep, teams felt comfortable sitting back in coverage, forcing Mahomes into long, drawn-out drives. Enter Chris Olave. This is a guy who ran a blazing fast 4.39 in the 40-yard dash and has proven he can separate from defenders at all levels of the field. He's a precision route runner, a deep threat, and someone who excels at making contested catches. Plugging him into the Chiefs' offense immediately gives Mahomes a weapon that changes how defenses have to play. Safeties wouldn't be able to sit back so comfortably anymore. Defensive coordinators would have to respect the deep ball again, opening up more space for guys like Travis Kelce, Rashee Rice, and even the running backs in the short passing game. Now, let's talk numbers. Over his first 2 NFL seasons, Olave has averaged over 1,000 yards per year despite playing in an offense that, quite frankly, has been a mess at times. The Saints have struggled to find consistency at quarterback. Their offensive line has been shaky. And yet, Olave has continued to produce. Imagine what he could do with Mahomes throwing him the ball. The potential is scary. But here's where the Chiefs front office has to be careful. While Olave is currently on a rookie contract, that won't last forever. If Kansas City trades for him, they're likely committing to paying him big money down the line. And we all know the Chiefs have been very selective about which players they hand out long-term deals to. Brett Veach has prioritized building through the draft and avoiding massive contracts for wide receivers. Could Olave be the exception? Would Kansas City be willing to make a long-term investment in him? And if they do, how does that impact future contract negotiations for other key players? One thing is for sure, if the Chiefs make this move, it signals they're all in on maximizing this championship window with Mahomes. And honestly, how could they not be? We just watched this team win back-to-back Super Bowls with a receiving core that, outside of Rice and Kelsey, was far from elite. Now imagine adding a true number one receiver into the mix. That could be the move that makes this offense downright terrifying again. But what about other options? If the Chiefs don't land Olave, should they look elsewhere? DeAndre Hopkins' name has been floated in trade talks. T. Higgins could be available if the Bengals decide to move him instead of extending him. And of course, there's always the NFL draft, where Kansas City could target another young receiver to develop. Ultimately, though, Olave feels like the best possible fit. He's young, he's proven, and he fills a direct need. He wouldn't just be a rental, he could be a foundational piece for years to come. And with Mahomes still in his prime, moves like this could be the difference between winning another Super Bowl and falling just short. So, Chiefs Kingdom, it's time for you to weigh in. Would you pull the trigger on a trade for Chris Olave? Do you believe he's the missing piece to make this offense unstoppable again? Or do you think Kansas City should take a different approach? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button if you want to see the Chiefs make a move, and don't forget to subscribe for more exclusive coverage. The offseason is heating up, and we're bringing you everything you need to know about your Kansas City Chiefs. Let's make some noise, type T4 trade, P4 pass, and let's get the conversation going. Let's keep confident, Chiefs. Let's go until the end. See you next time.